Alright family, welcome back to the channel. So let's get started with this dish. So I have in this bowl about 2 pounds of chicken wings or wingettes. I've already washed them and I took a paper towel and dried them really well. And then I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of this olive oil. Drizzle that on there. And then now I just went ahead and just combined all my dry ingredients, which consist of 1 teaspoon of salt. I have a half teaspoon of black pepper. Then I put a teaspoon of garlic powder as well as a teaspoon of onion powder. Then I have a teaspoon smoked paprika and then 1 teaspoon of dry oregano. And then I also added a teaspoon of regular paprika. I didn't want to overpower it with smoked paprika, and I use the regular paprika to kind of blend in with the brown, okay? The browning of the chicken. So now I'm just going to add all that in there. Some nice flavorful wings. Then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to, with my hands, just give everything a thorough mix. Give it a nice little coating. And so now these are going to bake on at 400 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. And I currently have my oven preheating because you want to make sure your oven is at the temperature of 400 degrees before you actually start baking them. I thought that was a little feather, but it's not. And also if you want to mix this in advance and allow it to marinate, and to really let the chicken absorb those flavors, you can do that as well. Okay, so look at that. Nice, pretty color. Alright, so now I'm going to move these off to the side. Then I'm going to bring in my pan. And so I have a baking sheet, and I lined that with some, you can use parchment paper or aluminum foil, and one, this is for easier cleanup, and then also number 2 is going to help to drain some of the fat from the chicken wings. So now I'm going to add the wings here, and then also by cooking it this way is going to allow your chicken to cook evenly all the way through, okay? And so as I said, this is going to cook anywhere from like, I want to say 40 to 50 minutes, and then halfway through, we're going to turn these. Alright, so I'm just going to line these all up on here. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I am alive, so cannot complain. Alright, have a couple of more. Yes. Okay. Alright, so now I have all my wings on here. And then while I'm waiting for the oven to preheat, they're going to marinate just for a few minutes. So I'll pop those in the oven. And then, as I said, once we get to the halfway mark, I'll take it out, flip it, and then you can see how they're doing, okay? And then in the meantime, we're going to actually get started with our soy glaze marinade, okay? So I will see you back shortly. Alright, G Squad, so these have been cooking for 20 minutes now, so I'm going to flip them over so the other side can bake. And they're going to go for an additional 20 minutes. And so now once you get to down to your halfway mark and you turn your wings over, then we're going to get started with making the actual glaze for this, because you don't want to make your glaze too far in advance, because then it'll just be sitting. And the glaze really only takes about 10 minutes to make. And so really you can wait till you get down to the last 10 minutes if you want to make your glaze. Okay. So now I have these turned over, and as I said, I'll pop them back in the oven and allow these to cook for probably like another 20-25 minutes. And then during that time, as I said, during like the last 10 minutes, we're going to get started with working on the glaze, okay? Okay, family, so I have my pan here on the stove, as you can see, and I've had it heating up. So now to get started with our glaze, we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of this soy sauce. Alright, so next I'm going to add a tablespoon of some Dijon mustard. And I'm going to just try to eyeball it because sometimes it's hard to get all the ingredients out of these spoons. So I'm just going to eyeball it. Let's say that's about a tablespoon right there. And then next I'm going to add some of this apple cider vinegar. And I'll make sure I'm going to leave the measurements in the description box. So we'll do like a tablespoon. Again, I'm eyeballing it. And then the last thing I'm going to add to that is like a 1/4 cup of honey. Let me lower this some. Okay, it's about a 1/4 cup. Then I'm going to get my whisk. Where's my whisk? And just going to give this a nice little stir until it starts to thicken. You want it slightly thickened. And then be sure to taste it, of course, and if you need to adjust it, you can make it a little sweeter if you want. You can make it, you know, it depends on your preference. I don't know if you can hear those wings in the oven. Okay, just keep whisking that. And I think I want to actually add some more because I want it nice and saucy. So I'm just going to add pretty much everything that I just added in there. Get a little taste. Just going to add some more honey. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so I'm just going to let that slow simmer for a few. Okay, so I'll let it simmer for a few minutes and then I'll pop back in. You see how it's doing this little bubbly? Okay, so that has a nice little thickness, so I'm going to turn this off. And our wing should be done in the next 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'll pop back in when I'm ready to pour this sauce onto the wings. Alright family, so I just removed our wings from the oven. So now I'm going to transfer them to this bowl. Let me pan your back some. Let's get them all in here. Okay, y'all, let me see. There we go. Get these in here. Okay, now I'm going to add our glaze. I got a lot going on behind the scenes. Woo! Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to add the glaze in here. Leave no glaze behind. Okay, so pan it down to the bowl. Can you see that? Okay, now just using my tongs, I'm just going to mix that around. Make sure all the wings are coated. Hey, yes. And I'm just going to take a couple of them and actually swirl them around this pan to make sure that I get all the glaze out of the frying pan. Okay. And there we have it. Okay. So now I will plate this and then we'll wrap up this video. Okay fam, so I'll be back. Alright family, so here we are. Our Honey-Soy Glazed Spicy Wings. That's a mouthful. And I paired this with some deep fried corn on the cob. If you would like to see how I did these, I do have a video coming out after this video, and I'll show you how I made these fried corn on the cob. But yeah, nice little meal, nice little appetizer, nice little meal for or snack or whatever you want to call it for a game. You know, we have the football season, have games, so this would really be a nice treat for the fellas or even the women who are into sports. But yeah, so here we are. Yes. So family, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, if you learned something new, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I appreciate you always for taking the time out to check out your girl, see what she's whipping up in the kitchen. Always have something interested going on. I love to cook. I love to come up with unusual recipes. But yeah, so I'm going to end this video. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I look forward to bringing the next video to you all, which will be again the fried corn on the cob after this video. Okay, so until you'll see me again. Love you guys. Stay blessed, and I will see you soon. Bye.